Most people think their first $100,000 is a foundation, a solid floor, the moment life finally gets stable.
But what if I told you that floor was poured wrong on purpose? That the way most people build equity at $100,000 is mathematically designed to crack?
And when it cracks, it doesn't just take your money with it. It takes the next 10 years of your life.
In this file, we're not talking about cash flow. We're opening Pillar 2, Equity,
and the hidden blueprint that turns your first $100,000 from a safety net into the weakest floor in your entire financial fortress.
If this already makes you uncomfortable, that's not fear, that's awareness. Subscribe to Digital Dollar Wallet and stay inside the architecture.
Most people never notice the cracks until the collapse. You're inside Digital Dollar Wallet, the interrogation room where wealth stops being motivational and becomes structural.
Don't exit this file yet. If you leave early, you'll understand equity, but not why it fails, and that difference costs people decades.
Let's go back to the scene of the crime. When I hit my first $100,000, I didn't feel rich. I felt safe, like I had finally stepped out of the storm into a warm lobby. I checked the account, saw 6 figures, and my nervous system loosened. The fear softened. Life felt manageable. And that's exactly how the system hooks you. Because $100,000 doesn't feel like wealth. It feels like relief. And relief is dangerous. Relief makes you slow. Relief makes you stop building and start protecting. So I did what most people do. I parked the money. I diversified safely. I avoided risk. I treated my capital like a museum piece. Look, but don't touch. The system calls this prudence. I call it financial paralysis. On paper, everything looked correct. My net worth was positive, but nothing was compounding. Nothing was accelerating. I had equity, but it was dead equity. A statue, not a soldier. Years later, when I finally understood the model, I realized something painful. My $100,000 didn't fail because of bad luck. It failed because it was built on the wrong logic. The floor looked solid, but underneath it, the structure was hollow. Equity doesn't fail loudly. It fails quietly, in the opportunities you never take because your money is locked in a prison cell.
Here's the illusion the system sells. Once you have $100,000, you're ahead. Ahead of debt, ahead of risk, ahead of uncertainty.
But the math says otherwise. $100,000 sitting still loses purchasing power every year. Inflation erodes it. Opportunity cost drains it. Time eats it alive. While you protect your pile, the value of that pile is dissolving in your hands. The system teaches you to protect equity, but never how to activate it. Because passive equity keeps you calm, keeps you obedient. A man with $100,000 in a savings account will still show up to work on Monday. A man with $100,000 in active equity might not.
And the system cannot afford that.
Pillar 2, Equity. Let's redefine the term. Equity is not savings. It's not balance. It's not a number on a screen. Equity is ownership with leverage potential. It is kinetic. It moves. Real equity does 3 things. It controls assets. It produces or amplifies cash flow. It can be used without being sold. If your equity does not do all 3, it is not a pillar. It's decoration.
It's vanity metrics. Most people don't own assets, they babysit numbers.
Let's look at the most common trap, the house-rich, cash-poor phenomenon. This is the system's favorite trick. You take your $100,000, you bury it in a down payment for a big house. You feel proud. You own equity.
But that equity is trapped in the drywall. You can't eat it, you can't spend it, you can't invest it. To access it, you have to sell your home or beg the bank for a loan. You gave them your cash, and they gave you an illiquid brick.
Run the numbers. $100,000 locked in a house with no net cash flow just sits there while you work to feed it. Taxes, maintenance, interest. That same $100,000 structured into assets that throw off even $600 to $800 a month in net cash flow? Over 5 years, that's tens of thousands of dollars in movement instead of a frozen brick.
That is dead equity, and it keeps you dependent on income. You still need a job. You still need permission. You still need time. Dead equity feels responsible, but responsibility without power is just a longer leash.
Here's the flaw almost no one talks about. Most people build equity before their cash flow is strong enough to support it. They lock capital before building engines. They build a second floor on a foundation that hasn't cured.
And cracks don't show immediately. They show after 5 years of stagnation, missed opportunities, rising costs, lost momentum.
You wake up one day and realize you haven't moved forward in a decade. Equity doesn't collapse instantly, it collapses silently.
The correct way to build equity. This is the blueprint I wish I had. This is how you escape the trap. Step 1. Equity must be connected to cash flow. If equity doesn't produce or amplify cash flow, it's not a pillar, it's a vault. A rental property pays you. A dividend stock pays you. A business pays you. Your personal house takes from you. Know the difference.
Cash flow is the heartbeat that keeps equity alive. Without it, the tissue dies. Step 2. Equity must be usable without selling. The wealthy don't sell assets, they borrow against them. If you have to sell your golden goose to buy eggs, you have failed the architecture.
If selling is your only option for liquidity, your equity owns you. You don't own it. Step 3. Equity must reduce time dependency. True equity buys time, decision-making power, strategic patience. If your equity still requires full-time labor to survive, if you have to work 60 hours to keep the asset, the structure is wrong.
Equity that doesn't buy time isn't equity. It's delayed consumption. It's just a fancy savings account for a future purchase.
If this reframes how you see your $100,000, subscribe now. This channel isn't about feeling safe. It's about building structures that don't crack. Let's recap the architecture. Cash flow stabilizes. Equity scales. Reverse the order, and equity suffocates. You become asset-rich, cash-poor, the most stressful place in the financial world. That's why the first video mattered. And that's why this one hurts, because most people discover this after wasting years. Now you understand why most $100,000 plans fail. They build monuments instead of machines. But there's one more piece, the final pillar, the one the wealthy use to turn equity into acceleration. Leverage, the multiplier, the force that makes the other two pillars move at light speed. And if you don't understand leverage, equity will always feel heavy. It will always be a burden you carry,
instead of a vehicle that carries you.
Tell me in the comments, if you had $100,000 today, where would it crack first? Is it trapped in a house or locked in a retirement account?
Your answer becomes the next investigation. This case file closes here.
If this is the first file you opened, don't stop here. Watch the Cashflow file next, Pillar I. It's the foundation that keeps this $100,000 floor from collapsing again.
The structure continues. Subscribe to Digital Dollar Wallet and stay inside the blueprint. I'll meet you in the vault.